A glimpse into the lives of artists, authors, and influencers, discussing sincere moments, shareable stories, and unfiltered memories. Let's take a snapshot with Ron Hall. Ron, in 1998, you were considered by many as a very successful businessman. However, that soon changed when your world collided with the realities of poverty and injustice. Can you tell us what happened in 1998?
Well, in 1998, my late wife Debbie had a literal dream about a homeless man, and that in her dream he was poor but wise, and by his wisdom our city and our lives would be changed. So she asked me to go into the inner city of Fort Worth, Texas, to look for this man of her dream, because she said it was a literal dream. She saw his face, and she really believed if we found this man, she would know that her dream was actually from God, and it was someone that would be important to our lives. So I at her insistence, I went that morning with her, driving around the inner city of Fort Worth, Texas, where all the homeless people hang out under the bridges, and we began looking for this man of her dream.
Didn't you see that? Did that not seem a little weird, or has that happened before where Debbie would have a dream and you guys would just go searching?
Well, yes, I think to most people that would seem a little weird, but my wife was on a very spiritual journey at that point, and she was really seeking to know God in a way that most people don't seek to know God, in a very in-depth way. And so she was looking for a way to serve others, and she was listening to God and how she could make a difference. And this was just one of maybe 3 or 4 dreams. The night before, she had dreamed about a new homeless mission in our city. That our mission was just a rundown old flop house, and she dreamed of the beautiful mission like a hotel, and that where the homeless would be served with new food, with a chef, with fresh foods, and sitting on new furniture and wearing new clothes, and the tables would be covered in flowers, and it would be like a beautiful restaurant and hotel. Unlike the most raggedy-looking homeless missions that most people think about.
So, taking that step of faith, did you actually believe that God was in or involved in this mission of searching for this homeless man and even starting a shelter for the homeless?
Well, yes, I believe my wife was one of the most intelligent women that you've ever known, and so she was a person who did not take her faith lightly, but she really sought to be the hands and feet of Christ on the streets. So she was a very, very well-known socialite that late in life, God had a calling on her life, I guess, and she was trying to fulfill and make sure that she was being obedient to everything that she felt like she was hearing.
So prior to this experience and this journey of finding Denver, you both of you were Christians, and you would consider yourself Christian and saved. But how has your faith changed since then?
Well, my faith was a very loose faith. We became believers in 1974, but I began chasing money, and she began chasing God, and our paths and lives took totally different paths, and our marriage, I really nearly destroyed our marriage through infidelity. But her Christ-like forgiveness gave me new life, and I promised that for that forgiveness that I would do anything she asked me the rest of our lives together. Well, it was 10 years later when she asked me to befriend a homeless man who was dangerous and crazy. And then after we got to know him, he became the most important figure in our lives. We realized that maybe he wasn't so crazy. He was just damaged, and he was in need of love.